get notified about our latest videos by hitting the bell icon.
Hey guys, welcome to Gizmo Times. This is Chetan, and this is the quick unboxing, a quick overview of the Canon EOS 200D Mark II. So this is the advanced version of the Canon EOS 200D that was already in the market, and the Mark II actually brings in quite a few changes. Firstly, with the 4K video recording that is possible here, and also this one is the box that comes with two lenses. There's one base one that would come with the basic 1855 lens, but here you also have the 55-250 STM lens. And this is the box package. You have 1+1 2-year warranty that is given here, and that is standard for most of the Canon cameras right now. And this is the kit, and the price of this one is around 65,000 rupees, and you have a 16 GB card inside with the carry case, and these would be the accessories if you buy the camera from any store. This is the major set of specs that are given here. It's a CMOS sensor, 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor. That's the APS-C sensor, and the ISO ranges from 100 to 25,600 for the photos and 100 to 12,800 for the videos. And it has a dual pixel autofocus, which is something that would be very helpful if you're actually taking videos with some movement in it. This 4K video recording possible at 25 fps, and there's the vari-angle LCD, and that is one reason why I would like this camera over some of the others if you're still looking for a DSLR and not a mirrorless camera. I'm recording this video with the Sony a6300, which actually doesn't have a variable LCD, and it can be tilted only up to over 90 degrees, and so for vlogging, for something like a face video, you can't look at what is happening unless you have a screen attached to it. But here with the vari-angle LCD, that is possible, since you can actually twist the LCD towards the front and look at what is happening. And the last one is with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So there are two connectivity options. There's Wi-Fi as well as Bluetooth to connect the camera with the smartphone or with the other sources. So the package pricing here shows 65,995, and this is the dual lens kit that you get here. And so this is with the camera's box package exterior, and what you get in the contents is this. You have the camera, that's the EOS 200D Mark II. You have the zoom lens, that's 1855 EF IS STM lens. So both are the STM lenses. The other one is a 55-250 lens. There's a strap, battery charger, battery pack. So the important thing here about the lenses is STM, that's stepper motor. If you had used some of the earliest Sony Alpha cameras, which are not the mirrorless one but the previous ones, and also the Canon cameras earlier, there was something with the noise that you see whenever the lens was being used for zooming and in the videos. So that lens noise is now all gone, and it's a smoother focusing and a smoother zooming, and that is helpful in videos. You don't need that voice to be recorded in videos, and so these STM lenses are basically for that. And they also have the IS. So IS is image stabilization, which is possible in the lens itself. So those are the two things that are important for these lenses, and one reason why these lenses are a bit costlier than the other basic lenses with the same focal length is that these are IS STM lenses. So now let's quickly open the box package. So firstly, these are the things, and for about the complimentary workshops, if you are someone who's really enthusiastic about learning things, you have the pass for the workshops, and you have the warranty information. You also have the quick start guide, and after that you have basically the main things, that is the strap here. You have the strap for the shoulder strap for carrying it around. Next is the charger. You have this for the battery. And the battery that is given here is the same LPE17 battery. So LPE17 is the battery that was even in the Canon's EOS 200D, and the Mark II also has the same battery. So with the battery life, we might expect this to be the same. It has the same Digic 8 processor, so the processing speed and the battery used by the processor also should be the same, unless it always depends on what conditions you are trying to take the photos and videos in. So this is the first lens. You have the EFS 1855mm lens with the image stabilizer, and this is how it looks like. There's a narrower aperture area in this towards the back, and it kind of feels sturdy, and this is the 55mm zoom. So this is the first zoom lens, and this, in case you are trying to buy the basic kit and not the zoom kit, you'll get this as the basic lens in it with the body of it. So this is the Canon EOS 200D Mark II. We'll keep this aside and first check out the second lens, and then I'll take you through the entire overview of the camera itself. And so this is the second lens. This is much larger, obviously, because it's a 55 250 mm lens, and this is the zoom lens for someone who's into wildlife photography, who's into a lot of zooming kind of stuff, and not the landscape ones. So it has the options for the manual focus and autofocus, and also for the stabilizer if you want the stabilizer to be turned on or off. And this is the second lens. This comes only in the kit that you buy as a dual lens kit. In the single lens one you would find this one, and in the dual lens one these are the two kit lenses that you get. So that was it in the box package. Now let's talk about the camera itself. So this is the Canon EOS 200D, that's the Mark II, and this actually feels kind of sturdy and very handy. Actually, it's not any uncomfortable. That's what you like about the Canon DSLRs. You have quite a good grip for the hand, and it's so well rigorous that your fingers would sit there and you won't easily leave the camera. It won't get slipped out of your hand, and that's a good thing about the Canon cameras here. Now let's talk about the screen first. This is the LCD screen, and as said, it's a variable LCD, vari-angle LCD actually. So in case you are trying to take a selfie video, so that's how you can easily take it. So that's the difference between the Sony's mirrorless cameras, where you don't get to rotate the screen, and that always needs an extra monitor to check what is happening. And this is the variable LCD, and this is kind of textured. It's not a smooth finish, so it gives a good feel again on the back. So firstly about the buttons, this has the mode dial. Mode dial has the manual and also the other modes such as the scene modes, intelligent auto mode, program mode, and also you have the scene modes. So these are the modes, and interestingly for the buttons, what you see here is off, and then on, and then video. In case you want to take a video, you don't have to go into any of the modes separately. You just have to go to the video mode through the switch itself, and that will take you to video. And if you turn this to on, it will take you to the photo mode. The two other buttons given on the top are ISO and display, and this is the regular dial for switching through the different settings. When you are in a particular setting, just rotating this will do change the settings for you. And this is the shutter release button. Towards the bottom is this battery. It's that LPE17 battery that we talked about. It's the same on even the Canon EOS 200D, the same on the Canon EOS 200D Mark II as well. And along with the battery, you have the card slot exactly at the same place there, and both have the same opening here. Now on the back alongside the screen, these are the different buttons that you get. This is for turning on the display, and or going into the EVF, that's the viewfinder or the display viewfinder. And next, these are the buttons for zooming in and out, and they also have the exposure and also the focus points, and you have the AV button here. These are the left, right, up and down buttons for switching through the different options. This is the preview button and the delete button. So these are the different buttons that you see here, and this would be the indicator, LED indicator, in case you're trying to take a video, and it indicates whether the video recording is turned on or off. And this is for the viewfinder, where you have the adjustment to go front and back. And on the left are the menu and info buttons. So there is quite a lot offered in terms of how you can customize things, how you can capture. And let me turn on the camera now, and we'll have the basic lens, that's the 1855 lens to be placed here. So this is the EOS 200D Mark II with the 1855. It actually doesn't feel that heavy, and that might be thanks to the fact that it's not a metallic kind of body which Fujifilm usually offers. It's kind of plastic on most of its area, so it could be prone to break down as well. But on the other side, if you are someone who knows how to take care of things and wants something that is lighter, this should be quite a good choice. Now this is the camera. Let me turn it on. So this is how it would look like. So apply effects after shooting. You have the single continuous and also the self timer. You have the built-in flash, and this is a touchscreen. If you don't know, this would be the touchscreen. So you can tap on the screen and work on it. So this is the intelligent auto mode. That is why it doesn't show a lot of options there. Now this is the manual exposure. So under the manual exposure, you have all these options of changing the shutter speed. You have the aperture size that you can change from f4.5 to f22. Depends on the lens that you're using. The ISO can be changed as well. And along with that, you also have the option for the focusing. Press the Q button to configure settings. And now you can change the ISO here itself. You can change the aperture size. and you can also change the shutter speed here. So manual control is quite good if you know what you are trying to do and what you should be changing there. So again, quite a lot of things to play around with. We'll be doing a separate entire tips and tricks video of the EOS 200D Mark II, so that you know, in case you're buying a camera, this particular camera, you know how and what you can do with every particular setting. So we'll be doing an entire tips and tricks. You can stay tuned for that video later. These are the different things that you can change here. And under the video recording, just to let you know about the specs of it, it can capture 4K videos at 25 fps, and even the full HD videos can be captured at 25 and 50 fps, 50p. And in case you are changing the file format and file mode, it would be able to capture full HD videos at 60 fps. So that's the capability of taking 4K videos on the Canon EOS 200D Mark II. And this was an entire overview of the EOS 200D Mark II, with the unboxing to let you know what all comes in the box package and what all the camera has to offer. So these are the IS STM lenses that are given along with it, and that was the CMOS sensor, the 24MP CMOS sensor given in this camera. And that was all about this camera. So I hope you like this video. If you have any other doubts about this camera, if you want to know something in particular, you can comment down below. We'll try to answer that. And subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.